Hey thinker, welcome back. Today we're diving into a truth that's rarely spoken, but deeply felt. Beneath the confidence and charm of the narcissistic woman lives a hunger, not just for affection, but for power. What she secretly wants in love has little to do with passion and everything to do with control. The first act she craves is worship. She doesn't want partnership, she wants devotion. Your eyes, your words, your heartbeat circling around her existence. It's not love she's after. It's the high of being seen as flawless. The more you adore her, the less human she feels. And that's exactly how she likes it. The second act is submission disguised as romance. She'll call it chemistry, but what she really desires is the quiet surrender of your will. When you stop resisting, she feels powerful. Every gesture of affection becomes a symbol of her dominance, the invisible chain she wraps around your loyalty. The third act she wants is the illusion of danger. Narcissistic women feed off emotional tension. They want to be chased, feared, desired all at once. The uncertainty keeps her alive. She doesn't crave stability. She craves the thrill of knowing she can destroy what loves her and still be adored for it. The fourth act is emotional exhibition. She doesn't want intimacy. She wants an audience. Every touch, every whisper becomes performance art. She studies your reactions the way an actress studies applause. To her, love is theater, and your heart is just the stage where she proves her worth. The fifth act is control through pleasure. It is not your joy she's interested in. It is the power she feels when she grants or withholds it. She learns your desires, memorizes your reactions, and then decides when you deserve them. This isn't passion, it's conditioning wrapped in affection. The sixth act is seduction of the mind. She wants to live inside your thoughts. She craves the power of distraction, to know you can't focus, can't sleep, can't move on without her. That mental hold is her real desire. When she occupies your mind, she feels like a god playing with devotion. The seventh act she adores is mirror play. She'll reflect your fantasies, your darkness, your strength, until you think she's your soulmate. But it's an illusion. She becomes whatever you need, not out of empathy, but strategy. When you fall in love with her reflection, she owns the mirror. The eighth act is emotional punishment. Every mistake you make becomes a test. A day of silence, a cold glance, a calculated withdrawal. She doesn't yell, she starves you. Because in her mind, withholding affection is the purest form of control. And when you beg for her warmth, she wins. The ninth act she secretly enjoys is reversal. She wants to make the strong man feel fragile, the confident woman feel insecure. Power turns her on more than tenderness. Seeing someone once unshakable crumble under her influence makes her feel divine, as if she's rewriting their self-worth from the inside out. And the 10th act? Resurrection. After she breaks you, she'll try to heal you. Not to restore love, but to remind you she's the only one who can. It's her final performance, the illusion of redemption. She'll say, "No one understands you like I do," knowing she's both the poison and the cure. Her 11th desire is mental possession. She wants to live rent-free in your thoughts, your laughter, your silence, your every choice orbiting her approval. The real intoxication isn't touch but influence. The idea that even miles away, she can whisper into your mind and shift your mood like weather. She also craves the chase after retreat. When you start detaching, she becomes magnetic again. The cycle feeds her ego. Pull away, return, repeat. It isn't love, it's proof of control. Every time you come back, she recrowns herself queen of your weakness. The game matters more than the connection. Narcissistic women adore worship disguised as debate. She'll argue for hours, not to reach truth, but to win submission through intellect. Her satisfaction comes when you surrender mid-sentence, not because you agree, but because you're exhausted. The victory isn't logical, it's psychological dominance. She secretly enjoys emotional contradiction. One moment tender, the next ice. Watching you struggle to interpret her keeps her powerful. Predictability feels like death to her, confusion like oxygen. The harder you try to decode her, the deeper you fall into her silent labyrinth. Another hidden act is identity theft. She studies your values, your humor, your pain, and slowly mirrors them back until you mistake her mimicry for compatibility. Then she dismantles them piece by piece, proving she owns not just your heart, but the image you have of yourself. She seeks invisible hierarchy. In public, she may appear equal, but in private, every decision, every compliment, every apology must orbit her superiority. Equality feels threatening, reverence feels safe. Her ideal partner is a loyal audience applauding even her smallest gestures. There's a twisted satisfaction in emotional starvation. She senses the exact moment you crave reassurance and withholds it. Watching you reach for affection that never comes reminds her she's still in charge. Power to her isn't loud. It's the silence that keeps you anxious. She fantasizes about immortality through memory. Even after you leave, she wants you haunted. A song, a scent, a passing stranger should summon her image. Being unforgettable is her obsession. She'd rather be hated than forgotten, because oblivion is the one rejection she can't manipulate. She yearns for the illusion of redemption. Occasionally, she plays the savior, offering comfort after chaos she created. It's the perfect loop. She injures, then heals, proving her indispensability. You thank her for relief from pain she designed. That paradox is her masterpiece, and deep beneath every desire lies one truth. She's terrified of insignificance. The acts she orchestrates, adoration, control, contradiction, are rituals meant to drown out the fear that without constant attention, she disappears. Her smile hides not confidence, but the quiet panic of a fading reflection. Her next act is adoration through confusion. She mixes affection with critique, praise with sarcasm, until you can't separate love from pain. This blend keeps you addicted. The confusion makes her feel essential, because you rely on her mood to define reality. She delights in vanishing acts. After days of attention, she disappears. No message, no reason. You replay every moment searching for the mistake. But her absence isn't punishment. It's proof. Proof that she can disappear and still dominate your thoughts. Another act. Truth-bending. She retells events until they favor her image. If she lied, it was misunderstood. If she hurt you, you made her react. Reality itself becomes pliable. For her, control over narrative matters more than truth itself. She practices public perfection, private chaos. In front of others, she glows with grace. Behind closed doors, her temper lurks. The contrast is deliberate. She needs witnesses to her charm so no one believes your pain. That disbelief isolates you and strengthens her hold. She wields admiration as a leash. Compliments come and go based on obedience. A small disagreement, and she withholds approval. When you apologize, the praise returns. Like Pavlov's bell, her validation trains you to seek harmony through submission. Her next obsession is competition disguised as care. She offers advice that undermines, gifts that bind, questions that probe weakness. "I just want to help," she says. But her help ensures you never outgrow her shadow. She lives for emotional mirroring. Whatever energy you give, she reflects double. Show love, she floods you with warmth. Show boundaries, she freezes. It's manipulation disguised as empathy, calibration that lets her steer every outcome. The eighth ritual is jealousy sculpting. She introduces triangles, friends, exes, admirers, to spark insecurity. Watching you compete for attention feeds her ego. It reassures her that her charm can still rewrite other people's confidence. Then comes drama creation. Peace drains her. She stirs conflict to revive excitement, then pretends to hate the chaos she engineered. The arguments aren't mistakes. They're performances designed to recharge her fading relevance. Finally, she indulges in emotional resurrection. After every fallout, she returns as if nothing happened. Smiling, gentle, promising calm. It's not reconciliation, it's reset. Each cycle renews her sense of control, convincing her she's irreplaceable even after destruction. When attention fades, she turns to image resurrection. A new look, a sudden transformation, something dramatic to reignite fascination. She doesn't change to grow, she changes to remain seen. For her, identity isn't truth, it's strategy. She masters selective empathy, She'll comfort the coworker who flatters her and ignore the friend who challenges her. Compassion to her is currency. She spends it only where it earns praise or loyalty, never where it costs introspection. Her next act is silent sabotage. She praises someone publicly while quietly undermining them in private. The contradiction thrills her. It's control exercised through confusion. She decides who shines and who fades. She uses forgiveness as theater. After causing chaos, she suddenly becomes merciful, preaching peace. But her absolution is self-promotion. She gets to play saint while you carry the guilt. Forgiveness for her is another performance. She indulges in memory editing. Past events reshaped to protect her ego. Yesterday's cruelty becomes tough love. Your pain becomes overreaction. She rewrites history until even you wonder if it happened. It's psychological vandalism disguised as reflection. Next comes emotional bookkeeping. Every favor she gives becomes a debt you owe. Every kindness is a transaction logged in silence. She will remind you of them when you resist, transforming generosity into leverage. She thrives on projection. Every flaw she hides, she assigns to someone else. If she's jealous, she calls you insecure. If she lies, she calls you deceptive. Blame keeps her clean while your conscience does the heavy lifting. Then there's crisis manufacture. When life grows calm, she invents a problem to restore chaos. Drama resets her significance. Stability makes her invisible. So she spins small conflicts into existential battles, ensuring she remains the center of gravity. She cultivates selective vulnerability. A tear, a confession, a childhood story, all released at perfect timing to soften your anger. It feels like connection, but it's choreography. She shares pain only when it buys loyalty. And when all else fails, she seeks rebirth through admiration. She'll reinvent herself as victim, healer, or guru. Anything that converts sympathy into attention. The act never ends. It only changes costumes. When her influence begins to fade, the mask trembles. She can feel admiration slipping through her fingers like dust. Rage follows, quiet but volcanic. Instead of introspection, she searches for new worshippers. To her, self-awareness feels like defeat. Reinvention feels like survival. She turns rejection into a story. You're not someone who walked away. You're the villain in her mythology. This rewriting shields her from accountability. It is easier to believe the world is cruel than to face the reflection of her own creation. Isolation eventually comes disguised as freedom. She tells herself she prefers solitude, yet the silence gnaws. Without someone to mirror her, the identity she built starts dissolving. What remains isn't peace. It's the unfamiliar echo of herself. The rage that once powered her begins to rot into regret. It hides beneath new smiles, new admirers, new causes. But at night, when applause fades, she feels the hollowness of every performance. Control gave her everything except comfort. Those who've escaped her orbit carry scars that double as lessons. They learn discernment, boundaries, emotional clarity. She, however, repeats the pattern. New faces, same script. Her secret fear isn't losing love. It's having to live without conflict. If you meet her again, she'll seem changed. Calmer, wiser, softer. But listen closely. The language of superiority still hums beneath her charm. Redemption for her isn't growth, it's rebranding. The mask learned to smile with more restraint, not honesty. The narcissistic woman's tragedy is endless pursuit. Every conquest fades, every admirer grows dull. She cannot rest because rest would reveal emptiness. So she keeps moving, convincing herself momentum is meaning. It isn't. It's avoidance with lipstick. Those who once feared her begin to feel compassion, not for what she did, but for what she'll never experience. Genuine intimacy terrifies her. True love demands vulnerability, and vulnerability feels like exposure. She hides from the very medicine she needs. In the end, her greatest craving remains the one thing she can't command: peace. Power excited her, attention sustained her, but stillness eludes her. The acts that once fed her ego now drain it. What she called strength was only armor that grew too heavy to remove. So remember this: When a narcissistic woman smiles, it's rarely joy, it's strategy. Her charm is choreography, her passion, performance. Understand the pattern, and you reclaim your power. Because once you stop feeding her need to dominate, her empire of illusion quietly collapses. If this story made something click inside you, hold on to that clarity. Awareness is protection. Narcissists thrive in confusion. Peace is their undoing. Thank you for watching. Stay grounded, stay discerning, and never confuse intensity with love.